Can you hear me now? Damn, YouTube does that. It shuts me off. Shuts me off right when I come on. If I don't have my air button on, right when I go on, it shuts it off, and then I got to turn it back on. New intro. What's up, metalheads, freaks, and geeks? Welcome to Tuesday Tech Talk. I'm Metalhead Hippie. Welcome, everybody. Man, I screwed that intro up, didn't I? Got David Ennis and Emma in the house. Emma Weber. How you doing, Emma? Rick Hefner. Hefner. So how's everybody been, man? I've been working my ass off and trying to get things done around here in the house and stuff, and trying to figure out what I can do today for Tuesday Tech Talk. Basically, what I wanted to talk about is what you guys like between. Do you lean more towards pedals, or do you lean more towards IRs and processors and stuff like that? Like me, I have the Zoom. I have this monstrosity here called the Zoom G5N. I use it, but I don't use it enough, and I'd like to get to use it more, but I think I will start using it more. But otherwise, I use my amp and my pedals over here. If I missed you, sorry. Hey, David, how you been, buddy? Thanks for joining, people. Appreciate it. Yeah, sorry I haven't been around as much as I'm usually around, but I've been working and stuff, so. Yeah, I mean, unless you have the right one and you're really used to it, and you can. Some of these things are so damn complicated; they're harder to use than your damn PC, right? So it's like just to program, get your presets right, and just to learn how all the multi functions work and what goes with what, and then all because it has like the Zoom has like 100 preset channels on it already. So if you just go up the scale, from 1 to 100 or 101, it'll give you all those flavors from Hendrix to Clapton and then it also gives you it has a drum looper in it, a looper, a tuner, all that stuff in it, and of course, all your flangers, fuzzes, and multiple choices of delays, flangers, um, reverbs, chorus effects, phaser effects, fuzzes, the drum machine, the tuner, all that stuff, and then it also has the what am I thinking of? It also has the looper in it. I think it's a 45-second looper on it, and then it also has a tuner and a drum machine on it. Hey, Janice, welcome. How you doing? That's all right, Janice. You don't have to have any of that stuff, man. Just here to hey, Banzini, how you doing, buddy? Oh, no worries, man. Yeah, no. I mean, like my Black Star here. You see all these little green and red buttons over here? Well, that's reverb, delay, and multi effects. So it has 4 multi effects on it, 4 different types of delay, and 4 different types of reverb, and you can blend all 3 at one time. So you can have chorus, delay, and reverb on there. Right now, you see the green one right there? Well, that's reverb, and then right above it's delay. And then if I touch the red button, that means that that's the main one that comes up. So delay will be more prominent over the reverb on there, and it also has tap tempo and stuff. RP 500. Did you like that, Rick? Or did you end up getting rid of that? I know a lot of people over the years, once things start getting more advanced, like um, the Stomp box, the HS Stomp, or what is it, the HX Stomp or the SX Stomp? I forget which one it is, by Line 6. But it's like I have the M5 modeler right here. And then you got the M9, you got the M13 um, by Line 6. And then you got the 500s and the 400s. Hey, Dwight, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, the HX Stomp, yeah. Now, would I rather have an HX Stomp over this Zoom? Probably, yeah, because the newer pedals have more processing power. But Zoom, you have to get a firmware update, and what that does is it releases some of the so it don't get bound up so much as far as like bogged down when you're using like 3 or 4 effects at a time, because it has cab simulators, 412s, 212s, 112 combo kind of amps, and it has like the box and the Marshall JCM 800s and stuff like that, and the 900. They're all simulated and stuff, obviously, but all that's on that Zoom. And then, of course, you got pedals, which are unique to themselves because not all not all these processors can do what a single one function pedal can do, like a certain type of fuzz or a certain type of chorus, flanger, delay, reverb. Sometimes you can't get everything you want in a processor, so you have to buy a pedal, or you just buy a smaller multi effects pedal unit that fits on your board. I know, what's that? I'd have to look on, uh, it's a multi-core Nux multi-core effects, something like that, but it has like flanger, phaser, um, a few other things delay on it, chorus, uh, a harmony setting and stuff. But it's like multi effects all in one unit, and that's like $70. You can get something like that if you don't want to go the big processor route, and then just get yourself a distortion pedal, a nice beefier distortion pedal, or an OD overdrive pedal, something like that. Yeah, I'm the same way, Wolverine. I got. I mean, look, I'm just a beginner guitar player, and I got this 112 combo here, and I got a 212 combo here. The Orange C Orange CR 120C Pro. That's the Crush series, is biggest Crush series they make. And then I got the Black Star over here. That's also a 212. So, and then I got these fairly decent. I mean, they're all mid-range beginner guitars, I would call them. But they're not super cheap guitars. They're right around the mid-range. So I have gear beyond my means, but I figure once I become a little bit better at guitar, I'll still have good gear. You know what I mean? So I don't want to buy cheap, and then the cheap sounds bad, and then I get bored of playing a bad guitar. So I decided, well, if I'm gonna learn guitar, I want to learn on a decent guitar. So I bought a decent guitar for my first guitar, and that was my Schecter right here, Hellraiser. So I bought that, and then that was my very first guitar. So that was then their mid-range guitars. That was originally $850. This is $750. This is $500. 550, $450 guitar. Then I have my PRS over here. That's a $500 guitar. So I try to stay right in that price range because I can't see me myself spending $2,000 on a Les Paul, a studio, or a gold top, or something like that, or the lower range, $1,700, $1,800. I guess it would be considered a studio, the gold top, or something like that. And I've seen the $800 um, LPs, just the LP faded, and I just didn't dig them. But me myself, I'm not personally. I don't feel like I'm ready to spend that much money on a guitar. Now, if I had become, a lot better than I am, then I probably would. Yeah. Large guitar. Hey, buddy, what's up, man? Cool. Thanks, Dwight. Yeah, I mean, I get the things I like, but the thing I want the things that I like to sound good. So, or rather, it comes through a processor or a pedal. Like I'm saving up for the G4, the Rev G4 pedal, the red one, the high distortion metal pedal. I think once I get that, that will round out my all around needs for any type of heavy distortion on my pedal board. So then I probably wouldn't want to go out and buy any more distortion after that. Now, fuzz is a whole different thing. Fuzz comes in many varieties, many tones, many circuits, sounds different. Each pedal sounds different than the other. Some people would say, well, fuzz is a fuzz is a fuzz. Well, no, they're not, you know. And because if you got the SF Behringer 300 here, SF 300 Behringer here, that's a $24 pedal, $25 pedal. But then on the other part of my pedal board, I have a $200 pedal that's a fuzz pedal, and that's the Demogorgon by Stomp Underfoot. Two different animals from two different price ranges, but one cuts through a lot better, has cleaner and heavier boosted mids on it, so that because fuzz is very bassy, so when you're playing in the stoner sludge doom kind of stuff, and your bass is already down there low, and you're already down there low with it, with your fuzz, you need something to cut through the mix. So that would be a fuzz with a good mid range in it or on it, so that you can cut through the bass and the drums and stuff when you're sludge doom stuff. But right now, that's all I have plugged into my pedal board right now is an SF 300 and my MXR full bore metal. So that's what I have there. Is my voice coming across okay? Levels all right? Hang on a second. That's cool. Yeah, Janice I got all these alerts over here and I was looking to see what they were. It was Janice leaving a notice on the notices that I left on her videos and stuff. Because I was watching Janice Lala's videos the other day, and I was watching a lot of them in succession. So I was catching up on a lot of her older stuff that I didn't watch before. But so I was catching up on a lot of that stuff. What's up, Dank? How you doing, buddy? Is Johnny Bean on yet? Is he on yet? I think he went on at 4 o'clock, but so that means he's been on like an hour already. So what's some of you guys' processors, multi effects processors that you're using? and what's like some of your favorite distortion or multi effects units that you're actually using right now. What are you guys using? Yeah, I think it is too, Dwight. That's why I started out on a decent mid-size guitar. I mean, this is a hot rod. I mean, it's 81, 89 pickups in active pickups in the Schecter there. And that's a 25 5 scale. So it's a pretty hot rod and hot rodded guitar because I wanted to learn metal. You know what I mean? So I bought myself what I thought and I feel at the time that as far as my knowledge went, which I had none at the time, but I did a lot of research on what other people were playing and what I could afford at the time. So I spent a little more than I wanted to, but I got a good deal on that guitar because it was originally $800. And because I bought two guitars at one time from Sound, they automatically whacked that price of that down 200. So I basically got a free guitar, but I ended up having to send the other guitar back because the action was too high, and I took it to my guitar store, Luthier guys down the street in downtown up here, and they said, "Look, man, this action can't be changed or fixed or anything. It's just the way these guitars was." And it was an SG special, the cheaper Epiphone SG, the 179 job. I bought one of those as a practice guitar, so I didn't ding up my nice guitar like here. So I got that to practice on, but the action was so dang high, I kept tripping over the strings, and I kept hitting strings, and they would pop and vibrate and buzz and stuff, and I couldn't get them to fret well. So I had to send that back, but I still kept the deal on my Schecter and stuff like that. But Zounds gave me a pretty good deal on that. What pedals do you got, Rick? I'm guessing an OD or distortion, tuner, delay, maybe a reverb or multi effects, maybe a tube screamer. Depends what your kind of amp you're using. Yeah, because if you're a new guy, see, I asked Flipside Music. I don't think they got my question the way it was intended to be answered. But I was like saying, uh, what the fact on Flipside. I asked him one time. I said, "Well, what do you think's a good starter guitar for somebody in these different price ranges?" It's not so much because what they had to spend or this or that, but because an 8-year-old to a 12-year-old, maybe a three-quarter size guitar, um, this whatever their parents could afford with maybe an amp, but to make them sound good. And then when you get up to like the 13 to 18-year range, you'd probably get them a $400 or $500 guitar. Especially especially if they've been playing since they're like 8 to 12, then you would probably bump them up a little bit. And then once you got to my age, even as a beginner, well, um, I feel as an adult, even though you don't play guitar I think as you get older, you have more motor skills and a better understanding of how things work in general, but not all the time. Some people just aren't gifted, musically and stuff like that. And it take me, I can probably pick it up if I had a few instructors teach me what I needed to do, I could probably learn things a lot quicker. But I'm basically self-taught. I learn whatever it is I learn by myself from YouTube or from wherever, tabs or whatnot. So I learn that way. But I'm sure if I had some proper instruction on, if I really focused myself on like one of these guitar courses, like Andy Guitar or Justin Guitar, if I or Bobby Crispy. Bobby Crispy, I don't know if you guys know him a lot, but he does a lot of the older rock riffs like Sabbath and Nugent and all these other guys and stuff like that. But he does that with tabs and stuff. And then there's another guy from Brazil. His name is Masuka Dottie. Um, he does the same thing. He plays the song, and the tabs run underneath it. So if you wanted to learn a riff to a certain song, he'll play it, and the tabs will be scrolling along with the music in time with the way he's picking it and plucking it and stuff. So his name is it's called the now he changed his channel. It's called the Dottie Brothers, Dotti Brothers, Dottie Brothers. So if you go check out their site, YouTube, and you want to learn certain songs, he does a lot of popular like Green Day, um, Linkin Park, stuff like that, Black Sabbath, stuff like that. And you can play along with stuff, and then you can slow it down. You can slow the video down, and still hear the video in good time, but slow it down so you can catch up with what he's actually playing, and then you speed it up as you get better with it and stuff. Oh, cool. See, Vanzini said he played $113 Epiphone that was fairly decent. Yeah, if you popped in the room, I didn't. If I didn't say hi, I just didn't see you. So if you're in there, don't be a lurker, man. Come out and say hi. Talk to people. Yeah, Bobby Crispy's been around. He hasn't been posting much lately, but he just posted a couple things recently. But he hasn't been posting much this year. But he has a huge catalog on his website. If you go check out his website, um, I forget what he calls it. But if you just go to Bobby Crispy, type it in Bobby Crispy, and then look down at his description, he'll have his website there and stuff. And his website contains basically all his YouTube videos, plus all the tabs that go along with the songs. And he'll play along with the tabs so that you can sit there and learn with him. Easy Pace 2 Boost, Kingsland, Minstrel Tube, Distortion, Freeman, BEO Drive, Boss Reverb, Message Effect, Cosmonaut Delay, Reverb, Echoplex Delay. Nice. No, those are good pedals there, Dave. Or Dwight. Dog Paw. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, don't worry about it, man, because um like when I'm like if I set a notification for Ben or Guitar Hack or something like that, I'll get the notification either by the red bell up in the corner, the right corner of my YouTube page, or I'll get a text alert, or not a text alert, but an alert from YouTube on my telephone, on my cell phone. I'll get an alert from them, ding, but it's always like 30 minutes into the show or 45 minutes into the show. So it comes up way late, and I don't know why. Some people's YouTube notification works for me, some of them don't. Dogpie, you didn't get noticed until I was 22 minutes in. Yeah, it sucks, man. I was thinking I was going to have to start late because I had a friend of mine was going to come over and we were going to hang out. So she couldn't make it right now, so she'll be over later. But um, yeah, might have been a little late tonight, but I told her I was doing this thing here, and I really didn't want to be late, so she said pop over later. TC Electronics, Fangs, and EHX, East River Drive, and the Zoom G1X. Okay. That Zoom G1X, is that the newer one, the little one? Like yeah, big? Oh, cool. Yeah, check out Vanzini. I think said he's going to have a new video up tomorrow, so check him out. Yeah, as far as the cost of like even my processor here, that's a $300 processor. This Zoom G5N with expression pedal. I don't know. Just in case you didn't see it before. But this is a Zoom G5N. Now it is a wah, a volume pedal, and something else. But yeah. But it has tuner. And then you up here, down here it has tap tempo down here. So this is tap tempo. This takes you through the different patches by category. And then up here, these take you through the whole gambit of patches that you have on there, up or down. So, but this here was $300 originally. I think I got it for $250 because I got it while it was on a rebate. So I think I paid $250 for this. And I've only had this plugged in like 5 or 6 times, so I've only used it very minimal. And my other board, I don't know if you can see it if I move my camera. There's my other board. I don't know if you can see that or not. Hang on a second. Oh, shit, that's off. I can't do that. But there's the 2 pedals I'm using right now are on the floor, and that's the SF300 and MXR full-bore metal. Then some of those other pedals you might be able to see and notice what they are. But what I'm going to do is because I swap pedals out a lot as far as fuzz go and other stuff, I'm going to take my Gator board, the one that has all the Velcro on it. I'm going to take that off, and I'm just going to set them down on that board down there so I can just easily move them around and switch them around and stuff and just unplug and plug because the board's big enough to contain all my pedals and stuff. But if I take the MXR ISO brick for a power supply, which is capable of powering 10 pedals, and if I daisy chain a few, I can get up to 13 pedals, 14 pedals on it, as far as powering up and stuff like that. Oh, thanks, Emma. Yeah, hit that like button, man. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Yes, I also have the Zoom Q8 camcorder, which is great for audio recording, and it has phenomenal picture quality. If you go look at I think the only video that I have up on my YouTube channel with the Zoom camera is the one where what does the fox say? It's just a stupid little comedy thing that I did because I have a fox. I have an actual fox hat, so I was making a joke about that. And I had a fox hat, a real fox hat on my head, and I was like, "What did the fox say?" But if you look at the quality of that video, as far as visual and audio, it sounds really good and it looks phenomenal. But I shot that one in I think that camera goes up to 2.4K or something like that, or 2 point something K video quality. But if you look at that, what does the Fox say video? The quality on that is with the Zoom Q8 camcorder. Let me see if I can might be able to pull it up here. Just give me a second. Yeah, please like, share, and subscribe if you feel inclined. I appreciate it. Oh, there it is. Okay. You come over here. I'm going to share this video with you. Okay. About 3 or 4 years ago, people were walking around asking stupid questions. One of those stupid questions were, what did the fox say? Let me replay that a sec. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Do this. Then let me turn my volume up here a little bit. Okay. Now look at the visual quality of this video, and the audio is good too, but you might have to turn your speakers up and stuff. About 3 or 4 years ago, people were walking around asking stupid questions. One of those stupid questions were, what did the fox say? Yeah, but that's could you see I mean, if you look at this video, this is being shot. Well, I'm seeing myself in 1080 over here on StreamYard. But when this video processes, once it processes to YouTube, it only comes out in 720. That video was shot in 2.4K, I think, because I think that's the max resolution that goes up to. And of course, it does 1080p. It has all kinds of compressors on it and stuff. It actually has a mixer on it because it has XLR in and outs. It has XLR in it, and two. It can either do quarter-inch, microphone, or guitar in and microphone out. Plus, you can run an auxiliary HDMI screen off of it. So if you wanted a bigger viewing screen of yourself while you're recording your videos, you can do that too. It's just a cool little camera, but it has phenomenal audio, is what it's really known for. It's not like a cam where you just want to run around and start filming stuff. It's a stationary webcam for like when you're out and like Guitar Hack. If he was out playing with his band live and he just set that camera like up in a corner somewhere and just let it sit there and record his whole show, he can do that, man. And everything would be phenomenal on the whole thing, especially the audio. And catch up with some of these comments here. Oh, you have the G5N also, Vanzini? I was just there in great grief. I do still have the G3N. Cool. Yeah. I mean, look, I don't care what pedal manufacturer you are. Every once in a while, somebody produces a dud, and it just has to go back. I mean, I've had that experience with Stomp Underfoot. Um, I'm not saying it was me. I'm not saying it was them. I'm not saying it was the male that beat it up or abused it. But when I got it here and I plugged it in, it just went in, just made a loud clicking, popping noise. And no matter what I did, I couldn't get it. So then I sent it back to the guy that made it from Stomp Underfoot, and he said it was fried. So I don't know how it got fried because the same 9-volt power supply I used on that, I also used on my other pedals, and they were non affected. So it wasn't the power supply that shorted out that pedal. There was something either mechanically wrong, and as soon as I put the power to it, something fried because something was either not soldered or connected right, this and that, and I had to send that one back. But I gladly sent me another pedal, and that one worked. So it doesn't matter who the manufacturer is or anything like that, man. Once you can get a bum pedal from a major manufacturer. I mean, it just happens. I bought that Seymour Duncan Dark Sun Reverb. Remember that one, the green one? It was about yay big, $300, $350. I bought that, and it came with these cheap little dip switches. And every time I pressed it, it would uh, it was just like a little piece of plastic nub sticking out. And it's like every time you hit it, you felt like you were going to break it. And it felt like it was so damn cheap that it was going to break eventually anyway. And every time I hit it, it was a little clicking in the background. It's like you hit it, and it's like click, 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 and it would play behind your reverb, and then it would eventually go away. But I did that on each one of them little dip switches that run you up and down the scale for the multi reverbs that it had on it. And I'm like, whoa, $350? You can't come up with something better than this? Boom, sent it right back. I was like, I used it for 3 days, checked it out, and I was just like, you pay $350 for something, it's gotta work. It just gotta work. Preston, what's up, bro? Adam D, what's up, buddy? Emma's still hanging out. Yeah, I know what you mean, Emma. It's like, yeah, they try to cut corners with cost because they know this thing is going to be so astronomically high in price because of their research and development that went into it and all the bells and whistles they tried to put into it. So they cut on other stuff. I think that's bullshit. I mean, because programming a pedal today is almost it's with all the IRs out there and everything else that you can dump on and the downloads and the sims and everything else and the firmware updates and stuff that you can do to these multi effects pedals and stuff. For all the things that you can do to those pedals and add to and enhance those pedals, they just need to work. Because who wants to spend $500 on a processor like this? I mean, this was $300, $250 I paid for it, but it's 300 originally. Um, who wants to pay something like that and then 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later, something goes out, the screens go out, the buttons aren't clicking right. So when I buy something, if something new comes up on the market, I wait for it to go through a lot of research. So I watch all the YouTube reviews on it, and then after 5 or 6 months, if there's people still giving good reviews on it, and there's not a whole shitload of bad reviews on it, then I'll just go ahead and I might buy it. So that's what I did with the Zoom. It came out. I watched a lot of guys play it and run through it and stuff, and it was in the price range that I wanted to pay for a multi effects, and I liked it because I like some Zoom products and stuff like that. So I figured it'd be a good pedal. But then when I got it, I found out it didn't have a lot of headroom for processing and that it needs a firmware update to alleviate that issue so that when you're running a 412 cab with the Marshall JCM, which take with these simulations on here, they take up a lot of basic the computing headroom of the unit, so it could bog down. So they did a firmware update where it releases a lot of that headroom, so these things play without glitching on you, stuff like that. Yeah. That's another thing. I look to see I always check Craigslist to see what new stuff has popped out. People are just like, oh man, because they either went over the 30-day return window from Amazon or their 45-day return window from American Music Supply or Zounds or something like that. So now they're like stuck with something that they really don't like. So now they try to pawn it off on Craigslist real quick, you know. But they want to try to get all their money back, and it's like, nah, buddy. You know, when you get something brand new that goes almost immediately to Craigslist within 6 months, there's either something wrong with that guy's pedal or it's a total POS. So I just kind of steer away from stuff like that. And when I buy something and I'm going to spend that kind of money on it, $300-400, it better have a warranty on it and a return policy. That's why I buy new. When I buy expensive stuff like this stuff, electronics, it's got to be new. Need to return it, and I have to have that 45-day return window because I'm not losing any money that way. You know, and I get my money back and refund and all that other stuff. Precision drive. Is that is it that Misha? Isn't that Misha Mansour's drive? The precision drive. Yeah, I've gotten a few guitars. I gotten two guitars from American Music Supply that I had to send back. I bought the. If you look at the original Pete Townsend PT from Schecter, I bought that one, the first one they came out with, which is the black one with the black mirror finish with a flat face. And then it had this baseball bat neck on it, like a real fat, chunky C-shaped neck. I got that one, and the pots came all scratchy. And I was like, I got to send this back. And then I got, what other one was that? I can't remember. I can't remember the guitar I got from the other guitar, but I ended up sending two of their guitars back. Hey, Mr. Hack's in the house. What's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Preston, what's that Paul Gilbert pedal? Who likes the Rev G4s, G3s, and G3 and 4? There's jam mans. They're like beat buddies and stuff like that too, right? They're like drum machines and stuff. Is that what they are? Still need to gate them. I don't know. I think if you just keep the volume down on your guitar a little bit and try to use the volume control on it, and maybe not crank up the volume on the G4 too much, it's good. But in a live setting, I think you want that. I think you want it to scream out really loud. But in your home setting and stuff like that, I think if you just turn down the volume, you'll be all right. What's up, Q? What's going on, buddy? How's Emmett, man? Hey, Emmett. What's up, birdie? Cheep, 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 cheep. How's your little chicken wing doing, Q? Is he all right? Seen you posting all them videos on him. People giving Emmett shout outs. Pete Thorne gave Emmett a shout out. I thought that was funny shit. You guys see that Pete Thorne gave Emmett a shout out? Oh, that was hilarious. Sure, he's a lot cuter, man. Cute little bird. Now, is his wings clipped, or does he just like dive bomb because he doesn't get much flight time and his wings are weak? I didn't see that one. Hang on a second. Veggie pizza or not? There you go. Or Quentin, you have to get Emmett his own Instagram page or something like that, bro. See how many followers you can get your little parakeet. Just do them one. Just do them. Try to film him every time he does a dive bomb. Just keep doing a whole shitload of man down, man down. You need to get him a wire that runs from his cage over to where you sit or over by your PC all the time. You know, give him like a keep it out of your way and stuff like that, but give him a way to get up and over to you without flying off so much. Soda in here. Hey, what's up, Soda? Clowns. So I keep hearing. I never bothered looking into what it was. I figured clon was like a clone of certain types of pedals, or is the clon an actual pedal of its own? Soda's in the house. What's up, buddy? We got Great Vanzini, Dank Savage, Wolverine, Dogpaw, Dwight Bailey, Emma Weber. Yeah, Emma. Preston's in the house. Adam D's in here. Couple lurkers over there. Guitar Hack, Quentin James, Preston Smith. All the groovy people. Large guitars. What's up, man? So how's life treating everybody besides trying to figure out what you want to buy next? Has anybody got like a bad case of gas for a piece of gear they're looking to get and can't really afford and don't know if they want to spend all the cash on it yet? Yeah, well, it's like a noise gate too, right, Adam? Has a noise gate in it and a couple other gizmos and gadgets and whatnot. You want you want a bass, Preston? Well, they got two, I think they got three different types of pedals out now, right? The precision drives. I know they got the bigger one, and then they had the original small one. I see those on Craigslist all the time, the precision drives. I don't know why. I guess because either people don't understand what they're meant for or how to use them. I guess it's basically to compress your signal a little bit and make it a lot tighter and keep the low end nice and tight and not so flubby, and the high end's not so ear piercing and stuff. So I'm guessing that's what all that stuff's for. The pod go. What Quentin? What's the big deal between that one and the HX Stomp? And what's the other one? You got the HX Stomp, and the other one. What's the other one? There's one that's head something. What's that other one? Head something. Yeah, head rush. There you go. And what's the big difference between them and that besides the LCD screens? You know what I mean? And the way things come out, because they're both comparably priced. They both came out around the same time. And what's the major drawback or comparison to each one of those, HX and the head rush? Yeah, the HX FX and the head rush. Box AC30. Yeah, they're pretty popular. Yeah. What about the what about the what is that? The Marshall something 40? I forget what it's called, the Marshall 40 something. Yeah, the DCL 40CR. What about that one? It's a 40 watt. I won $800 for that though. $750. That's all right, man. I think most of us here read typos, Preston. I wouldn't worry about it, bro. Yeah, the axe and the what's the other big one that they have? The other model that they have, the axe effects and the other one. Those things are like way too complicated in my opinion. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Adam. If I was going to get a tube amp again, I would probably try to get that. But because I had the 112 6505 plus PV, I had that, and that thing just you had to crank it for it to sound good. And in my small little cabin here, it was just too shrill on the ears, man. I couldn't. My ears just felt like they were getting hit with ice picks and stuff all the time. So I ended up selling that. I only put like maybe 20, 30 hours on that tube set. I think they were the Ruby JJs or something like that. I know they were rubies, but I'm not sure. I don't know if they were the 12AX7s in the front and then the rubies in the 6L6 in the back. Explorer. Huh. Chimani's sporting an Explorer now, Soda. I know he does. I know they have a single cut for the Chimani in the SE series. Yeah, rubies in your gain stage. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen a block 5150 for 550 bucks actually on Craigslist the other day. And then there's somebody that has the 212, which I don't know why they quit making those. I guess because they cost too much for import and stuff and whatnot. But they quit making the 212 6505 plus combo. They quit making it. They made it for like 1 year and then quit. What, the DSL 40 hack? Is that what you're talking about? Okay. Yeah, how long ago did you do it? What's the tag on the video? Oh, you actually have it? You own it? What's the tag on the video? If you don't mind, I'll pull it up here. If you can copy and paste the header tag over in chat, I'll just look for it on that one. Excuse me. Hey, Hack, is the name of the video the Marshall Hayes 40 versus the Marshall DSL 40C? Is that the video?
If you write
Okay. Don't want to do that. No. Share screen, yeah. Okay.
Hacks. Going to do something a little bit different today. I've got two amps in my room here. I've got a Marshall Hayes 40, which is an older Marshall amp. I'll just go over the top here. You've got you got a normal brightness boost. And you've got a single overdrive channel, which also has its own boost. There's a shared EQ, treble, mid, bass.
Well, it says Marshall Hayes 40 versus the DSL 40C. me see if I can find the other one. Okay, was it like a year ago, Hack? No, I'm looking at I'm trying to find the video that you're talking about, but it's not popping up, bro. I don't know what you have it listed as either. If you let me know what it's listed as, I can look it up. Okay. See if I can get that to work. Okay, was this one about 3 months ago, Hack? It says Marshall DSL 40 CR demo and review. Is this the best amp at this price? Is that the one you're talking about? Okay. Yeah, I think I got it here. Okay. Boom, boom. Okay. Show audio, boom. That's too loud, let me know.
Hey folks, I've had a couple of people ask me to do a review of the Marshall DSL 40 CR, the amp that I just got. I actually just gigged with it yesterday. So I'm gonna run through some tones, show you what the features are.
Sound good or what?
And I'll try with a couple of different guitars, a single coil and a humbucker guitar. And yeah, check it out. So looking at the rear of the amp, you can see there's the connection to the speaker. The speaker that is in there is a Celestion. They call it a Celestion V-type. There's your 8 ohm and 4 ohm outputs if you want to run an external speaker and just use it as a head. What's new on this model that the last one didn't have, it's got an emulated out, which I've tried and it sounds pretty good. There's also an audio in that you can plug in outside sources and just use it to play your music. There's your foot switch, the effects loop. It also has a MIDI as well. What's cool about this particular amp is it's got the vintage grill cloth and Marshall logo. There is you can get this amp with the black with the white Marshall. They just came out with this new grill cloth and logo very recently. So, but both amps are the same. They're both 40 DSL 40 CRs, and they have the same features. So, all right. So here we go. So starting on this, I actually just gigged with it yesterday. So I'm gonna run through some tones, show you what the features are of the amp, and I'll try with a couple of different guitars, a single coil and a humbucker guitar. And yeah, check it out. So looking at the rear of the amp, you can see there's the connection to the speaker.
Guys, let me know if it sounds all right.
Is in there is a Celestion. They call it a Celestion V-type. There's your 8 ohm and 4 ohm outputs if you want to run an external speaker and just use it as a head.
What's new on this model that the last one didn't have, it's got an emulated out, which I've tried, and it sounds pretty good. There's also an audio in that you can plug in outside sources and just use it to play your music. There's your foot switch, the effects loop. It also has a MIDI as well. What's cool about this particular amp is it's got the vintage grill cloth and Marshall logo. There is you can get this amp with the black with the white Marshall. They just came out with this new grill cloth and logo very recently. So, but both amps are the same. They're both 40 DSL 40 CRs, and they have the same features. So, all right. So here we go. So starting on this end, you've got your power. You've got your standby. The black is in the middle, and then you can go low or high. I believe it's 20.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know why it was echoing like that. It shouldn't have been. So something I think it might be my other mic over there. Turn that one off. I had my it shouldn't have been picking it up from way over there because it's only coming through my cans. So I'm like, does that sound all right? Doyle tone? Yeah, I wish, bro. Didn't mean to chase Hack off. Didn't know if he's that scared of himself. I was trying to learn the intro to Out to Get Me by Guns N' Roses the other day. I was trying to get it, but I keep tripping over one. I don't know if the tab is right for the song to begin with, so that might be my issue, but I can get some of it down. That sounded dog shit. Hack's done been gone, man. That's about. Yeah, I don't know why it was echoing when I was sharing the video, man. I mean, It shouldn't have been, but I guess it was. I mean, I shared it every other way that I did before, so I don't know if it's just something else. Sounds good for a few seconds, then compresses. Hang on a second. Yeah, see, it shouldn't be doing that, man. I don't know why. It sounds good for a few seconds, then. You mean my guitar is doing that now? Yeah, I'll probably. Yeah, I'll probably. Shit, hang on. Yeah, I'll probably do that, Van Zini. That's one of my things I have in the pipeline. Now, does the guitar sound good or not? Or is it just washing out? All right, Preston. Dan in New Jersey, what's up, buddy? Hey, how's the guitar sound? Is it washing out? Laz, what's up, buddy? Can hear it, but it pinch on the low side. Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, bro. William Salve, hey, man. I mean, is it washing out, guys, or is it playing all the way through without going washy or compressing? But sounds bitchin'. A bit really vocal, but sounds bitchin'. Yeah, I just need to know if it's washing out, though. I mean, like, do I play it and then it drops out and goes stupid on you, or does it stay good? Money for nothing but crustier. Yeah. Okay, what's that? You're playing the guitar a lot better than before. Yeah, I've been really trying to practice my rhythm, David. As far as I mean, I'm not able to add like stuff like that, you know, to the song, but I'm trying to get my rhythm gallops down and try to keep my power chords in check and sounding good. The more it ducks out. Okay, now let me try this. Okay. Ba-dum. See if this makes a difference. Now let me know if this makes a difference. Yeah, right now I have it on EL. Right now I have it on emulated EL34 settings on my Black Star over here. I can go 84, and that'll give you more like the Iomi kind of sound if you're down in drop C or something like that. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Sounds better, but low volume. See, I don't get that. Get on to crank the mic up. Now, is that drowning out and going washy on you also? Pretty sure I got this damn thing plugged in, right? The only other thing I can do is turn the volume on the amp up. Sounds good now. Okay, well I just cranked up the amp and I turned it to EL84s instead of EL34s. And it just sounds a little bit grungier. Now, did that sound good, or did it wash out and compress and do all kinds of warbly bullshit? So it sounds all right. It's not washing out and going compressy and wanky on you? Cool. Crowbar, what's up, buddy? Oh, cool. Does it sound better now? Thanks, Emma. I appreciate it. I try so hard. Sometimes I don't get it. Sometimes I don't get it. I'm just trying to learn the gallop rhythm and the switching between major and minor, and like maybe do a 5-3-7 and a 8 and or a 6-8 7-5 3-5, something like that. I had to practice on that one. I'm no Slash. You know what I mean? Like na 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 na. It's hard to get that na 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 na. It's hard to get all that in there because my My hands aren't used to that type of movement yet. If I missed anybody, sorry, man. Welcome to anybody that's just joined. If you're not subscribed, please feel free to subscribe if you like what you're hearing and like what you're seeing. And all the camaraderie and whatnot. Please hit that like button. If you're digging it, give it a thumbs up, man. Yeah, most of my, I just sit here and for the past like week or so, after I get off work and stuff, I just sit here and I come home, I gallop, I try to play chords that sound good together, and I try to switch down to the A and D string more often, and I gallop on the top, and I try to mix it up, and I try to get my rhythm down. So basically what I'm working on right now is my rhythm gallop techniques, but I do one thing for a while to get it really good. So it's not like if I'm sitting there, something like that, you know, I want that to sound good, you know, and then I'll move on to, I'll add something to it, you know, like the little, just a little, something like that. I'll try to do something like that, but I'll just keep going and going and going until I flub it up. But I try to progressively keep the same beat, but speed it up. And I'm trying to get the motor mechanics down, and I'm trying to get the motor mechanics down, and I'm also trying to get these muscles that control that rhythm build up, so these don't tire out so much. Because if you just sit there and keep picking and picking and picking it in just a one spot and just keep picking it, you'll notice certain muscles in your arms getting strained. It's because they're either weak or being overused. You need to give them a little break, but it also lets you know that you're working on building up that muscle too, so that it's able to withstand a longer chug. You know, I don't know how Ola does it all the time, man, because he just like blah, 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 blah. I Have the Beholder by Metallica. I'll look at that soda. So next time you hear me, I might be playing that. This determination and focus better than my try this, try that, then try that. Look, sometimes shiny needs, yeah. Well, yeah, if I don't focus on one thing and I try to move too fast to the next, and I don't get that down, because if I try to like, see, I can try stuff like that, but it's like if it gets too slow and too drony, if you're wondering what I'm playing, it's my PRS 245 SE. Oops. Sounds like total crap. What happened? I think it's because I got my delay up too high. Now I'm on my 6L6. Something coming up, man. I'll hit the like button. Oh, thanks, Emma. Appreciate it. Cracking your shit up. Am I missing something? Director's cut. Yeah, well, you got to remember too, this is StreamYard, so the audio might not be coming across so great, but I have it checked the way I normally check it. The only thing that might be throwing it off is either it's catching too much from this mic and the dynamic mic over here, or something, but sometimes they blend and they sound good, sometimes they blend and they don't sound so good. Oh, David's got some diamond guitars. Some of those are pretty nice, man. That's Jeff Diamond, right? Diamond guitars and amps. Doesn't he sell amps too? Wish you could sing. I can't. You don't want to hear me sing, man. I sound like 10 pounds of dog crap getting stepped on. Are you talking about that Jack White pedal, dog pond? Is that what you're talking about? The plasma, whatever? Or are you talking about my guitar playing? Sounds like a plasma cutter. One can point out even if it's with the midgets. Yeah, I think we got to call them little people, man. Be nice. Are you talking about the way I'm playing guitar, or are you talking about a pedal you're playing? Now, do you mean that in a bad tone way or a good tone way, Dog Paw? Because I hear something over here, but I don't know what you guys are hearing or not. wow. Chicken brown cow. That sound alright, man? I mean, my playing ain't the greatest in the world, but audio-wise, did it come across? Yeah, I'd like to thank Fruitcake Tony for supporting my channel through a PayPal donation. Told him I'd shout out his channel for him and scroll him across the bottom here. I appreciate you guys showing up and supporting the channel just by being here and participating. It means a lot. And I hope you keep coming back. My schedule has drastically changed. That's probably why you haven't seen me on here that much. You know, like before I was doing like a live stream like every other night or something like that. But that might get cut down to certain, like Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Yeah, I'm available then. So tomorrow night after the live wires, I might do you know, just to hang out if somebody's still on and wants to hang out. I might do something like that. And then during the week, Thursdays and Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays, I'm not available that much, except for early in the afternoon, like when I get up before work, and then way late at night, which I pretty much just come home and crash and whatnot. But I'll try to do my best to be on as much as I possibly can. But for now, I'm going to shut down this channel, or this cast right here, the Tech Tuesday Tech Talk. I'm going to shut this down, and then I'm going to 15 minutes after I shut this down, I'm going to open up a hang. So if you guys are still wanting to hang out or whatnot, you're welcome to come over and join that hang and stuff like that. And if you have StreamYards and stuff like that, and you want to feel like joining or something like that, you can do that too. But for now, I just want to thank you guys for showing up, participating, and whatnot. But like T-Town Tim says, love, peace, hippie grease. I'll catch you guys later. Yokie doke. So, peace, man.